everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Blues going up against the Chargers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it will be the home for NFL football until 2020 as you get a look inside the Intimate StubHub Center here in Carson. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Blues and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And incomplete to open things up. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Spotlight time, Jason Verrett. I absolutely love this cornerback out of TCU.
He's a guy, though, that has had some injury issues throughout his career.
He has. It's been tough for him to stay on the field probably because of his stature. But when he plays most of the season, he's a Pro Bowl type of an individual. Never backs down from any challenge, no matter the size of the receiver he's covering.
Hate to see him when healthy for a full year. You're right, because he's only played in 24 games his first 3 seasons combined. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Underneath, this is Bernard. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
I have to admit, I've rather enjoyed watching Melvin Gordon's improvement as he's developed as an NFL player because it started for me in college. Every year he was in school, he would add something extra to his game. The first year, he knew how to run. He wanted to add pass receiving to his game. The next year, he wanted to add pass protection to his game. Did all of that. That turned him into a first-rounder and now a front-line NFL back.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Fresh set of downs here. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards. 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ezekiel Ansah. in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. So the offense puts the ball on the ground, but they pick it back up. Now they face a third down. Now Wentz. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. An update now from Oakland. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. Now Gordon on first down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Now it's Franks following a made field goal to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. The numbers for Crowell in last week's game. 24 carries, 122 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second down now after the incompletion. To throw is Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Wentz to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So out come the Chargers. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's brought down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 71 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And the play clock's running down.
Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Delay game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
Now back to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and splay.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 6-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers, you're not you and you're hungry, Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's our visiting side with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, it allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he knocks it through. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And let's shift our attention to Corey Coleman. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Wentz going to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On second down, here's Wentz. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's a give to Crowell. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Chargers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Wentz now on first down. He's got it. This is Ware. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. first down. Wentz. A little dump off for Crowell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Wentz will try again on second down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, Wentz. He finds Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to the air on second down. Wentz going underneath for Crowell. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best play. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Isaiah Crowell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off by an Isaiah Crowell touchdown run. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Chargers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Blues have come in and look good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll the highlights. Blues with the ball early in the second. They run with Giovanni Bernard, and he'll go in for the score. They go up by 1. Now 1st and 10. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Blues will take it back for the touchdown. The lead now at 11. Third down at the 36. Wentz is on target here, and he'll be tackled at the 16-yard line. Blues later on the drive. Crowell's going to stay up the middle, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 18. 1st and 10. Pass will be completed out of the gun, and he'll be tackled at the 36-yard line. us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Shoves him aside, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Let's go. 190. 190. Hot. Ohio.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nifty move. And now running right through him. Excellent work on the run back there. 33 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A handoff to Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's really easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles, and the Rams have scored to move in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They tried to fade there to the back corner, and Charles, you know very well that can be hard to stay in bounds on that route.
So difficult because you have to start the route to give yourself enough space to actually fade away from the defender and stay in bounds, just as you described. If the defender's able to take away that little bit of cushion, it's often hard to come down inbounds with the ball and complete the play.
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A 10-yard pickup, but it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. It's been a bit of a shootout in that one, and the Titans now leading. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Here we go. 190.
Back to throw now on first down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Come on, let's go.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's got this one down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
Play clock winding down. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
To throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
10 yards still left on second down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go. 190.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Weaver. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go. 190.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The swing pass caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. Now Bernard, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Wentz. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down 3. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Wentz to throw on second down. A little dump off for Crowell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw, it's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Wentz again here on second and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw is Wentz. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's got it up and through. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Come on, let's go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll drop to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now back to throw. And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Franks to add the PAT. makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense, trot back out there. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they're bringing back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones, and he'll get it down here to the 43. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back. Pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Kendall Beckwith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A pickup there of 36. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Packers adding to their totals there and their lead. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Let's go.
And now a timeout's going to be called here. I think it was by the defense. It was. And that's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this second half. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now it's Crowell running right. Oh, what a move. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Bears have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got it. This is Ware. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get it down to the plate at the 37. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd down following the run. This is Crowell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.